Hey, hello, I'm JulieJo. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. If you're not new here, welcome back. Today we're going to be watching a video of a couple. They do something called Millionaire Academy, and it's their quote-unquote month-end training. So I wanted to react to that because it was sent to me through email. So thank you so much to the person that sent it to me. We have seen them before on a previous video in the past few months that I've done, and they are definitely your typical manipulative MLM couple. From what I remember, they have some religious manipulation, but either way, it was interesting to react to them. I think they were just both a bit ridiculous and very, very manipulative. They've both been in MLM for quite a while. They know how to be an MLM boss babe and boss bro, whatever you want to call it for the homie over there. From what I can see, they're in It Works. It Works. I still can't believe that people are in that to this day, but it is what it is. So we're going to react to their month-end training. If you don't know much about the month-end of MLM, it's like their last push to get the final rank ups, the final bit of money that they can scrounge from people, because then normally it starts over from zero the next month. So like the first day of the next month. So the month-end training, or at month-end, they are pushing 10 times harder than they did the month before. They will, a lot of times from my experience, have all of these Zooms where you like work together, or like lots of conversations back and forth, seeing how people are doing, blah, 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 seeing if they need help to get people to join or whatever, from what I remember. So if you've ever experienced a month end in MLM, let me know your thoughts below. But I think it's time that we get started.
It's the night that we're gonna fall in love. I don't care about you and him. I don't care about what has been. I only care about your soft skin, cause we're still sleeping in my head. I don't care about you and him. I don't care about what has been. I only care about your soft skin, cause we're still sleeping in my head.
All right, like I said, month-end training. Let's hear what they have to say.
All right, you guys, we are excited. We're going to keep this Zoom short because we know it's month end and everybody's excited, trying to hit builder bonuses and sizzle bonuses and their foreigner friend and all of the things. So
all the things.
we just want to do this as a quick Zoom. And you guys, Kayla was going to be on tonight, and I'm a little bit bummed we're going to have her again next week, but she had stuff come up. So I was like, don't even worry. I have plenty of information to always share. So we're going to give you guys some good stuff for month end. And I think something that will help you guys lock in more customers. So do you guys want more customers for month end, a little bit more volume? So I'm going to share some things that are working. So I'll do that. So you can follow along. I think this will be great to just kind of screen grab if you want. So we've got some slides for you guys to kind of follow along. I told Joel, I was like, kind of at the beginning, I wanted him to share a little bit. So before we get started, I know there's quite a few new ones. So I am Stephanie Dunn, and this is Joel Dunn. And if you follow me, you see I just got a pretty trophy in the mail, and we have been with the company for 15 years. So we've seen lots, but we got started.
15 years. They've pretty much been with It Works since it started. I think she's one of the OG It Works women. That looks like her team, if I had to guess. And it says, today's the first day of the rest of your life. It's never too late to become what you're meant to be. It's so cliche.
Started probably like a lot of others. Like, I wanted to feel good about myself, and I wanted to make some extra money. I was a little skeptical. Actually, I was a lot skeptical, didn't think it would work. Joel was like, loved the industry, loved everything about it. And I was like, that's crazy. But I wanted to feel good about myself. And my friend had lost weight. She looked amazing. So I thought, why not? And in my mind, I always knew like there was more for me. I didn't have a college degree, didn't have anything like that, but inside of me, I wanted more. So is there anyone tonight that's like, I want more out of life? Maybe it's more time freedom. Maybe it's more money. Maybe it's more health. Like, I knew deep inside I felt like I was settling and I wanted something more. I didn't know it was going to be It Works, but it kind of brought that out. And so as we share tonight, you'll see that. So we got started, you guys, standing in food lines, going through bankruptcy, and this business just literally changed our life when we really looked at it and decided. So this is where I was at. Today's the first day of the rest of your life. It's never too late to become what you were meant to be.
What you were meant to be does not include an MLM top leader. I'm just saying, because that does more damage than good any day of the week. It's simple to explain it by showing like income disclosure statements. Like the company gives us these to base our opinion of the company off of, and they're still horrible and prove that it's a terrible opportunity. And what makes me even more sure about them is the fact that top leaders don't share them. They don't show them. They don't go through them and talk about them. You know what? I challenge any top leaders watching this, if you are, show your income disclosure statement, go through it, and talk about it. I'd love to watch and react because I have not seen that. Top leaders don't do that. Why? Because the company income disclosure statement proves that it's a terrible opportunity.
And that's where I was at. I was ready. Once I knew, tried the product and saw it, I knew that there was something more for us. So Joel will kind of slide into this. So this was something that I said to Joel, can you talk a little bit about this? The 4 things that you must do to succeed. And I think this is anything, right? Within life. Um, so 4 things that we did and we stuck to them and
And we continue to do that to this day.
yeah, and if you did them, you would win. So I want you guys to screenshot this. This has always been in my notes. So 4 things that if I figured them out, so if you guys figure these out, you could succeed in not just in business, but in all life areas. And that's what Joel and I are about is not only do we want you guys to have success with It Works, but we truly want you to know you are capable of doing anything great in your life, whatever that looks like. So
the problem is they won't have success with It Works. Just a quick little glimpse at the income disclosure statement for It Works for 2022. I don't know where the 2023 one is, but it says that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rank ups. So there's 9 ranks. The bottom rank is just your basic distributor. 85.13% of the company is at this level, with the active distributor monthly average as $87 a month. That doesn't include them purchasing products, which they will monthly. $87 for 85% of the company a month. That's ridiculous. Like I said, does not include products that they purchase. So what? Let's look at some It Works products. Just the It Works Skinny Brew on its own is $50. $50 for just the Skinny Brew. If they wanted to add anything else, they're going to be in the negatives. There are the cheaper products too. A lot of their products are like $50 to $70. At least the popular ones are. All that to show that the majority of them are losing money and It Works.
you can share this part with you know who this was.
So many years have passed and these 4 things haven't changed. You know, they're the things that they're foundational. They're not tips and tricks. They are values and they are things that last the test of time. You know, they will never change. And when people figure them out and continue to practice them, it instills them into the other people around them. They have made millions. And more importantly, they've inspired and we have inspired countless people. And you have inspired countless people because some of you are so good at these too. These are the 4 things that I believe are the hallmarks, the foundation, and the core principles of being a successful leader. The first one, dream big. Guys, why do we talk about this? Why do we talk about the why?
This is just filler because they could dream big, they could act on it, they could be the best worker in the entire company and still not succeed. Because that's how it works in MLM, especially the longer the company's been around. And It Works has been around for well over 15 years. So the majority of people are not succeeding. Doesn't matter if you dream big in MLM. Does not matter. It doesn't matter if you work hard and are the best worker. It doesn't matter if you're the best seller even, because you need to be able to build a large team. And then you need to be able to teach them to build a large team. That's how you make the most money in MLM.
Why do we talk about doing these things? Why are you here on this Zoom? There's something in your life that you want more for. There's something that you have in your life that you want to be different. You're looking for a different path. You are looking for an additional source of income besides your 9 to 5. You are choosing to do something different. So with that, you always need to write it down. That's why we talk about doing dream boards, cutting out pictures, doing things visually, because when you write them down, you are more likely to achieve them. But you also have to choose to believe it can and will come true. Don't just cut crap out and put it on a board and be like, I got my dream board done. These are things that are designed to inspire you and get your butt moving all month long, not just on month end. You have to think about it all the time. Those are the things that you need to put on your dream board. What is the thing that is the burning desire inside of you that you want for your life? That if you
When they say you need to think about it all the time, I don't see that as a good thing. I see that as very manipulative, especially in this instance. I'm not saying that thinking about it all the time in general is manipulative, but when it comes to multi-level marketing, it is, because then that doesn't really give you the opportunity to think about the red flags that are going on. A lot of these top leaders like to use thought stopping techniques, which is including thinking about this all the time. Think about the 4 things you need to succeed all the time, it being on the forefront of your mind. That doesn't give you really the opportunity to see the red flags, because you're only shoving the green flags in your face. And they're not even green flags. They're pretty much, it's a red flag that somebody put the Green Lantern costume over. Pretty much. It's a red flag in general to have this at the forefront of MLM, because these things don't matter. It doesn't matter if you do these things in MLM. All that to say, they're really just trying to shove something in front of your face to cover the red flags.
do not do something different, you won't have it. You have to have big dreams to overcome the big fears that are hardwired into your DNA.
Gosh, I remember being scared to talk to someone, you guys, about this business, about the product. I didn't know what I was doing. And I was like, man, I was so scared, but I was like, I knew that I wanted to change my life. And if I could just get over that and just try, then I could do it. And it was scary, I'm not gonna lie, but the moment you do it and do it again and do it again, like, the fear starts to get pushed down. And so that's what, when we say lean in on us, it's okay to be scared. You're gonna go, well, what are they gonna think if I put that out there? You are your worst like critic and enemy of like stopping yourself. So once you get over this fear, you guys, it's amazing what can happen. And I just remember that being so scared, but I was so sick of being where I was at. And I had these big dreams. I still have big dreams, and it fuels me to this day.
You guys ready for number 2? Give me a thumbs up. I see you, thumbs ups. All right, here we go to number 2. All right. This is the one that nobody likes to talk about and nobody wants to hear. What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to give up to achieve it?
Okay, let's talk about this, because sacrificing, I think, is important to achieve big things. It is. Short-term pain, long-term gain. People at the Olympics, right? Short-term pain, lots and lots of working out, practicing, missing their family, lots and lots of short-term pain for long-term gain. They're an Olympian now. They're probably making a ton more money. They're, just proud of where they've come. They've reached peak athleticism in their sport. And I'm guessing that sport means a lot to them. Sacrifice, and I'm talking about Olympics because it's happening right now. Sacrifice is important to reach big goals. I think that's an obvious for a lot of reasons. Now, I'm not saying you need to sacrifice everything, okay? But I think that logically, we can all see that that's a thing. College, big sacrifice. Money, time, sanity, all these things for long-term gain, right? You can get a better job normally. Not college isn't for everyone, but you can get a specific job like medical field. I had to go to college to be able to work in the medical field. Lawyer, there are certain occupations where you have to go to college to be able to do it. Big shake, Luna. That was a big shake, my girl. I think I need to get a little dog camera because she sits there every time I film and is the cutest little thing I've ever seen. Sacrifice in MLM means absolutely fucking nothing, because you can sacrifice everything. And many people do, from the promises of these manipulative top leaders, and they still don't win. They still won't reach their goal. Not because they're not good enough, but simply because it's out of their reach. They're never going to be able to get it. This goal is at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, baby. You can take as many flights as you want. You can take boats, but you yourself are not going to reach the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. Okay. That's kind of this idea that you can in MLM in the same way that someone can who has gone to college and get this job that lines up with what they're doing. It's not the same thing. And they're trying to say that it is. So really, when you're sacrificing here, you're not sacrificing for anything. You're just giving up for the gain of your upline or for the gain of your upline's upline, not for your sake at all.
Here's the reason why. The one thing that is expendable, that is so precious and so expensive that most people don't realize, it's the only thing you can only spend once and never get back, is your time. So you are going to have to sacrifice something. You are going to have to exchange something in order to grow your business, with the thought that you are investing that time into something valuable that will exponentially grow and buy back your freedom and your time to give you the choices to do whatever you want. So you need to get rid of the things that the world deems important but are completely worthless to your ultimate goal, which is things like TV, social media that doesn't pay you, like doom scrolling, cat scrolling, political scrolling, just troll scrolling, the things that you know happen all day long.
Can we act like scrolling is the bottom of the bucket thing to do? I learn more in scrolling on social media than I do any other time of the day. For politics, obviously, for what's going on in the world, for medical things, I follow and subscribe to certain doctors and stuff like that. Scrolling is not the bottom of the barrel, and I think a lot of people make it to be because you can waste a lot of time. You can kind of get into this like weird headspace. A lot of like basement dwellers scroll. If you're a basement dweller, peace and love. Thanks for watching. But it's true, you know. I mean, there's this like idea that scrolling's the worst thing. It depends on what you're looking at, and you know what? Sometimes doom scrolling is relaxing for people. Sometimes sitting and watching 2 hours of TikTok is something that brings joy to people. It relaxes them. It gets them calm after a very long day. And for you to take that away and act like it's ridiculous and the worst thing ever is just, first off, it's subjective. Who cares? And also, it's just wrong because this is not doing anything for you while that's at least giving you some joy. This is giving you false hope, which is way worse than doom scrolling
all day long. And, you know, going out to the bar, partying, for all of you younger people that are still going out to the bar, if I could go back and tell my 20-year-old self,
I go to the bar with my friends, and you know what I do? Have the best fucking time. Leave me alone. Don't tell me I can't go to the bar, party with my friends. Seriously, I could go to the bar or do something, or you know what? Just do something with my friends in general, and I am set for a week. Like, my happy meter is pumped to the max. I have great friends. We always have so much fun. I mean, could you imagine someone with major depressive disorder like me going and spending time with friends and it being what I need to get through the week and then saying, maybe you should stay home and work on your MLM instead? Nah, dog. I'm good. I found something that brings me great joy. Reading brings me great joy, but I'm sure that they would say, you know, that's not income producing activity, especially the books I read. Smutty smut. Whatever. If you tell someone, don't watch TV, you're wasting your time. My husband comes home from work, you know, we cook dinner, take the dogs out, all that stuff, and then he sits down, you know what he does? Watches TV. And you know what that does to him? Completely relaxes him from a very stressful day at work. He is relaxed, he's happy on the couch, he is able to just be peaceful after long days at work. And I understand that, you know, TV can be, that some people have problems with TV. But guess what? I fucking don't, and it relaxes him. So I'm never going to tell him to stop watching hours of TV if he wants to, if that brings him joy. I just think that the stigma behind these things like TV, social media, partying, whatever, is ridiculous. And I know that there is a level where it's like, okay, like that's too much, or that, you know, overdoing it. But overdoing anything in general is a problem, right? Being at either end of the spectrum of like too much, too little can be a problem. So, I mean, if you're doing something that brings you joy, and if that literally means sitting and watching 5 hours of TV of like the most ridiculous show in the world, do it and don't feel bad about it. Who cares what they have to say? I'm giving you a pass right now to sit down and watch 5 hours of TV. I'm giving you a pass right now to sit down and doom scroll on TikTok. I'm giving you a pass right now to go party with your friends and be happy, because we live in a world that kind of sucky sucks. So do what you can to bring joy to yourself and don't listen to these people.
To spend more time outside of the bars and making more money, I probably would tell myself that. But you've got to be willing to give something up to get what you want. You have to give it up right now so that you can get what you want in the future. Giving it up now, sacrificing, knowing the cost makes it easier to follow your plan, because when you know that there's going to be short-term pain, you know it will equal a long-term reward.
I think you guys on this with sacrifice, we all know what we want and what we're willing to do, but I believe that this is more important of what you're going to give up so that you know what you're going to go get. And so when you're thinking about this, some of you don't even know what you're willing to give up so that you're willing to go up. And so I want you to write that down tonight. Is there a spot in your day where you can implement this business that's going to help you maybe make $200, $500, 1,000, whatever that looks like for you? Because I remember getting up at 4 in the morning and thinking, how am I going to have time to do these things? And so again, my dream was so big, I was willing to figure that out. So that this one is probably my favorite.
And with that sacrifice, go back to your dream and see if your dream is big enough for you to sacrifice. If not, you are going to have a discrepancy between what you want and the work that it takes to get it. And when those things are far apart, you fall into the realm of frustration that causes you to want to quit.
Mhm.
You need to make sure that the juice is worth the squeeze.
Yeah. I never heard you say that. That's a new one for me. I need to write that down. See, I'm learning too. And here, fail. I love this word. I feel like
Fail, 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 fail,
I have
fail.
failed. And
Well, let me tell you something. You will fail and fail a lot all the time. Make failure your best friend and let the word no be the most important. You will fail a fuck ton in MLM, okay? You will have no issue failing multiple times. And you know what? It's not even your fault. So yeah, this one is interesting. I think what they're saying is you feeling the way that you feel and continuing to fail, which you all will, is fine. That's totally normal. You need that to succeed. I'm not saying failure is bad. I'm saying failure is what you need to succeed when it comes to multi-level marketing is wild. It's a great way to manipulate people into thinking that even though they're continuing to fail, they will one day succeed. Because with MLM, they won't.
Anybody else, put a 1 in the comment if you feel like, man, you have just failed. I have fallen straight on my face. I'm just like, how can I get back up?
You need to
Like,
fail fast, fail forward, fail often, and get back up.
and I love this because the most empowering word in your life is no, 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 no. I heard that so they're like, no, 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 no. Yes. No, 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 no. Yes. Like that is what's gonna happen. And when you embrace this, like truly, if you feel like you failed a lot, that's a good thing. And I think we need to share that a little bit more. And
It's a good thing because it keeps you in the MLM. If you feel like you failed a lot and you're still here, it's a good thing. But it's not. It's a good thing for them because you're continuing to buy products. You're trying to get other people to buy products. You're trying to build a team. You're trying to get people that you have on your team to build a team. And that's good for who? Them. Those people right there. What were their names again? Joel and Stephanie.
I'm just not happy where I was at with my business and what mindset and intentional working and pivoting can do for your business, what it's done for me over a week and how to refocus that. And so again, I'll give you guys, some of these scripts that's working for me so that you can have those after this, but I'm not afraid for the no. I understand that it's going to happen and I don't let it affect me. So when you can understand that and you're a new person coming in, let them know they're going to get no. They're going to get people that think they're crazy, but don't let them stop them from where they're going because that yes can be right around the corner.
Number 4, are you hungry? Like starving, like gasping for air because you need it. You need to be and stay hungry. Even though you may have reached your goal, Just because you got somewhere doesn't mean that you don't have the ability to grow, stretch, and have more, because you want freedom, you want your dream life. And do you want it as bad as you want to breathe
Mhm.
while being held underwater?
Yeah.
Guys,
You said that the other night too.
that's the thing, is you need to be able to have that kind of desire for success.
Listen to this. Do you want freedom and your dream as bad as you want to breathe while being held underwater? I'm not gonna lie, we all want to breathe while being held underwater. I'd rather not be held underwater, if I'm being honest. It's so sad when you come at it knowing what MLM is, the opportunity that it brings, because this is sad. You're pretty much saying stay on your toes, stay hungry. I guess for me, watching people when I was MLM, when you fail so many times and you try to stay hungry, it fucks you up. Like it messes with your brain. You know, saying like I need to stay hungry, I need to keep working. I want my dream life. I want it to happen, but you keep failing. And there's not really the opportunity to not fail, but you don't get it. And it's just sad. Like I said, this false hope. It not only is it like a bummer and it sucks, but it really fucks someone up. Like it really messes with them, especially when they realize it. They're like, all this time I thought I could do it. I gave up so much. I stayed hungry. I wanted that freedom. I wanted that dream life, but it was all false. It wasn't real. It's such a bummer that there are people watching this going, yes. Yes, I wanted to quit, but you know what? You're right. It's just a bummer. Like, please quit. But they won't now, right? They won't normally. They won't now because this is being shoved in their face. You failing is good. Stay hungry. Sacrifice. Dream big. All these things that you learn in like sixth grade. But uh, it's just a bummer to listen to them and know that there's so many people that were about to quit, watch this and go, you know what? I'm going to keep going. They're right. I'm going to keep going. I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't.
Yeah, Cookie Monster hungry. That is what you want. And you want to keep that. One of the biggest myths out there is the when is enough myth. And, you know, a lot of times people are like, well, why don't you just be content with what you have? Guess what? You can be content with what you have and desire more, because you know that more equates to changing and helping more people's lives. What most people do is they look at your success, they look at your income, they look at the things that you show, and they think, why do you need more? What they don't know is the fulfillment piece that you get from going out and changing more lives.
Yeah. I mean, I think we're a great example of like, well, why do you guys still do what you do? Like, I've said that a couple times, like, well, yeah, we don't have to, but man, it feels good to be able to show people they can do anything if they want to. How can I help them? Whether it's health, it's financial, whatever that looks like. And I think, God, I have my daughter, I want to have my grandkids someday looking and watching and seeing what they can do. And I want to change not only my life, but the lives of so many people that I don't even know. So that's why me and Joel are so passionate and hungry. Like
Mhm.
I just, I'm just not happy. Like I feel like there's just so much more to do. And so it excites me when you guys get on and you still show up and you're encouraged because we still need to hear those words too. Don't forget to let us know, like, hey, what you said did help us because, again, we're constantly trying to go, how can we help you and inspire you and add value to your life? And so I hope we do that every week. But I know, oh, you're going to say something else.
Yeah, because you need to actually read that line, because
Oh,
that
yes.
line's incredible. Guys, you need to work your guts out like it all depends on you,
Mhm.
and pray every day like it all depends on God.
I'm not going to say anything else, but we all know. Work your guts out like it all depends on you and pray every day like it all depends on God. Blah, 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 blah. So many things in this video. But I just wanted to pause for the dramatic effect of how ridiculous that statement is.
Control what you can control. Pray for the things that are out of your control, and permanently remove the words can't, but, and quit from your vocabulary. Because when you can't say something and you can't do something, guess what? It won't happen. You won't. When you say but, you're just getting ready to follow it with an excuse.
Mhm.
And both of those lead to you quitting. So if you get rid of can't and but, it will almost automatically remove quit.
I did almost forget that because I am, I'm ready to work, you guys, like what I just said. So I was ready to give you something. So
Removing can't, but, and quit from your vocabulary is ridiculous. Those are important words. If you say, I can't do this to someone, maybe they will be able to help you see that you can. You not saying those things is worse off for yourself because you're keeping it to yourself. When it comes to MLM, they try to keep everything toxically positive, not just positive, toxically positive. It's okay to question things. It's okay to make points that go against what your leader is saying. It's okay to quit, by the way, because quitting doesn't equal failure. Hello, when someone quits something bad for them, or when someone quits something that is hurting them, I guess bad for them and hurting them is the same thing. It's not failure. When someone quits something that they just don't want to do anymore, not failure. Do not remove those. Actually, I think those are important. And the idea that you can't bring up different points and have them try to explain things, like, that is not a safe work environment. If you cannot question things in your job and be like, well, what about this? Or I don't know if this is going to be a good idea. Here's why. That's not a healthy work environment.
Joel's gonna put this in the chat, so I don't want you guys to, like, jump on and, like, drop a bunch of messages, so hold off for that because we just need to get this up. If you can go to my page because I can't share the picture that I shared, go and look at my page on Facebook, and that picture today has gotten me a lot of traction. If you haven't done that in a while, or maybe you have, or you've never done it, go do it again for whatever reason. Again, I'll give you guys a couple, but this one has caught some attention, and she's a little bit older, but her results are just amazing. Um, and I think people have just gone through summer and they're starting to feel like I need something again. So I'm starting to see traction of all these follow-ups that I've been doing, and especially with right now with free skinny gummies with any add-on order. If they're already a customer and they comment on you, you can get them to do an add-on order and get a free bottle of skinny gummies. Anybody that wants more information. So here's what Joel already put that in there. He jumped ahead, but I'm gonna walk you through.
So here's the picture. I'm going to show you, but I'm going to have Ava blur her face. It's an older woman who's lost weight. That's pretty much, it's an older woman who's lost weight. It says Sandy was diabetic and was nervous to try gummies. She started taking the gummies alone and drinking more water, and she lost 4 pant sizes in 3 months. Another side note, her sugar was 200 when she began. Within about 6 weeks, it was reduced to 150. And at the 2-month point, her A1C went from 9.0 to 7.3. I've got 5 spots open and a free bottle of what she used. Here's the deal. Tell me that her diet didn't change. Her diet obviously changed. The gummies probably did jack shit to help her. I can almost guarantee you that her diet changed. And with her diet changing for 3 months, I'm sure a lot of that's going to happen. Honest, like, I don't know what else you want me to say. Your gummies didn't do jack shit, Stephanie. I thought that's obvious, but whatever.
Gentleman that message. So he commented on the post, and I said, I saw your comment on the post about our slim and gummies. Would you like more information real quick? I just keep it simple like that. So however you talk to them, just get them in a conversation. He said, yes, indeed. Then Joel put the information up there. Oh, maybe not. They're absolutely amazing. Did you put that one up there yet? Okay, no. So if you don't have this one, they're absolutely amazing and are gluten free. So it's about the skinny gummy, so you should have that.
First off, skinny gummy. What does that tell you? Probably an appetite suppressant. She probably ate less. And then she probably also changed her diet. What she just mentioned is pretty much like copy and paste this message to them, which is, I just still find that so wild. Like, I get it. But if you're not actively learning what to say and you're just relying on your top leader, it's just wild to me that they still think that's totally chill. It's not. It's not. Stop copying and pasting what your top leader says. It's not going to work for you the way it worked for her. Actually, just stop talking to anyone in general about the MLM. That would be the best thing.
In your board somewhere, if you don't, I don't know, you might be able to do this one too, or somebody has this one. Hold on, Joel's gonna send that. I thought he had it. He jumped ahead a little
You
bit.
didn't send it to me.
Or I didn't send it to Joel. But you guys should all have it. So anyway, when they want it, I give them just a little bit of information on the skinny gummy. And then, hold on, because you guys didn't need the whole thing. Doo-doo-doo. he said, and then at the end of it, it'll say, how much weight are you wanting to lose, if you don't mind me asking? And then he said, yes, this is certainly something that I'm looking for. I'm looking to lose 40 to 50 pounds. So if you can always ask them how much they're looking for, then what happens is we can go into the conversation. So I said, okay, so we have options for every goal and budget. That's the one that Joel just dropped in there. Option one is just, it talks about the retail with $72, but for 90-day review, they get the discounted price. So it's $45 for the skinny gummy.
I'm
Okay.
putting it in order for you guys.
People are like, where is it? Where is it? Then it goes to option two and then option three. So it gives them the breakdown. And then at the end, plus you'll get a free bottle of the gummies free with your order today. Which option sounds best? And he continues on option three. And then all I say is awesome. Super excited for you. What's your email, shipping address, and phone number? I always do that because if they want to give it to me, I'm going to get their information because I know that I'll go ahead and get them in. If they come back and say, they haven't responded right away, I'm right up in their inbox, you guys, again, like, "Hey, would you like me to send you your link?" I can do that. So, if you feel like they saw it and they didn't respond, say, "I can send you a link if that works better. Here's the skinny promo." Send it that way. But he said, "If you can send me the website, I will order tonight once I get home." So I went ahead and sent him the link with the promo code, and he ordered. So, of all of the things that I'm constantly doing, I want to remind you guys that you got to be consistent. Like going back through this month, I wasn't happy with being in the dirt. You guys heard me talk about that a little bit last month or last week. And I keep reminding not only myself, but you, if you feel like, man, I'm planting all these seeds, I'm planting all the seeds, when is it going to happen? If you're doing the work, the seeds will sprout. I promise you. You're going to have the
Well, that's just not true in MLM. That's just not true.
opportunity of you've done the work to be able to do a follow-up. What a great thing that we have right now that corporate's done for us, you guys, because they've given us a free bottle of skinny gummies, our number one selling product, and it doesn't take away BV for promotions when you're going for orders. So if you can get them to order the 30-day drop with 80 BV, and then they're getting a free product, and if you want to add upsell them and say you might want to start with a cleanse, like, wow, that's 100 BV, you guys, over 100 BV. And what can that do? What can that do for you if you're focusing on four and a friend, four customers, a distributor? That's locking not only a secure, qualified leg, which leads to people going executive and ruby and emerald and diamond.
There it is. The whole reason for all of this. Ranking up, baby.
And so sometimes those small little things that you feel like I've done so many little things, do they really matter? They absolutely matter because you can go on and look at my page and see they're starting to filter comments on there and I'm getting customers, but not only that, distributors today because I've been consistent and I've followed up with what seems like so many people the last couple weeks, but now they're ready. So we don't ever know when they're ready. So I just want to encourage you guys, continue to post and don't just go back through and look at your posts. I'm gonna go. I don't know if it was Jamie that posted this, but I feel like I've seen this one around too because this is my next post. If you see a post and you like it, then use it, and if it works for you, share it. But I saw this first time ever. The first 100 people to say BOGO can get a free bottle of my fat melting tummy shrinking gummies with with Nature's Ozempic. So again, if they can get
That's the post you want to post? It works is still doing that? That's ridiculous. Also, Nature's Ozempic, babe, stop. I have issues with this, but it's almost over and I'm about done with them.
So again, if they can get that product and they get a free product on top of it, man, their results are going to be good. But you also have opportunities to open the door to create conversation, which more conversations equal more sales generally, right? So that's the goal, is how many conversations can you get? So that's your goal tonight, is you can go ahead and do that post. You can make it in a screen if you want and put it on slides, but I want to encourage you, it's month end. Don't be afraid to reach out because we don't know when those seeds are going to be planted. So was this helpful tonight? Drop me a heart in the comments because I need to know, what are you guys looking for more of? And if this is helpful, obviously me and Joel want to continue to give you guys what you want. So, okay, it was helpful. So month end, we kept it short. We love you guys. It's exciting. You can see promotions coming in, even in summer. So, whether you think you can or think you can't, that is your answer. And so, we believe that you're going to knock it out of the park. You're going to hit your Florida friends. You're going to hit your goals if you get down and put in the work. So, Joel will end this on prayer, and we're going to close out month end, and then
We are skipping that prayer. That's for damn sure. I'm not watching that. I love reacting to these people. They don't make it so easy that I'm just like saying like basic things that are kind of obvious, but let's be honest, those aren't obvious for everybody, so that's why I say them. They made me have to actually explain and talk out why these things are not the same as when they're normal everyday things compared to MLM. So anyway, that's always fun for me. Thanks so much for being here. I would love to hear your thoughts on our video below. My dogs are letting me know that I need to go take them out. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Bye.